Hey guys, CG here on Renegade Games, and I am a part of the Ultra Beast Draft League. My team is the Shining Renegades. I was a replacement coming into early round 3. Draft order on the right here is a snake draft, so starts at 1, goes down to 12, loops back around, starting at 12, back to 1, 1 to 12, 12 to 1, until all 10 picks were made. Got 100 points, 10 picks, and then on the left here, here are the divisions, non-skill dependent. From what I can see, I just was like, I came in, applied as a replacement, didn't know anything was going on. But yeah, everyone but Tugs Emu is still in it, so I assume I'm the replacement. So yeah, I was 9 overall. Again, I did come in around like just after pick 2 in the 3rd round, so I had to make up 2 picks. Here's the final draft after my 10 picks. I'll be going over them as we go, a little bit more in depth about why I picked it, when I picked it, and yeah. Alright, so my first 2 picks, as my catch-up picks, were Hydreigon, Sylveon. Hydreigon, I've been already playing a bunch of VGC in Scarlet Violet, so I already knew the power of Hydreigon in this Scarlet Violet format. But also on top of that, coming in 3rd round, missing out on 2 picks. Most of the higher up picks were already taken, and so there wasn't really much left as far as like the new OP toys from Scarlet Violet. So I just picked Hydreigon. It's just a fast sweeper, has levitate, also is base dark, a couple of immunities there. I already came in knowing that you do get 2 Terra Captains, one that can Terra into anything, and another one that can Terra into its stab types. Hydreigon, again, coming from VGC, basing it off of that, I liked Terra Annie, because already Hydreigon is powerful with the meta Terra Fire, Terra Steel, Terra Fairy if you're really feeling it type thing, but definitely just good versatile. Does get Levitate to alleviate some of the weaknesses of the Terra, and then it can just go straight damage, it can go choice, it can set up Tailwind, Nasty Fly, it can go crit if it wants to. And going into the Sylveon pick, it just varies, just a good type of incineration in my opinion, because there are a bunch of legendaries that, and I should say Paradox Pokemon that are Dragon Dark, fighting some of them, and then just kind of good overall familiarity. I'm coming from Gen 6, Gen 7 singles, kind of like Gen 8 off. Good special defense, so that's always a good. It's then it can be Cleric if I want to. I'm not sure if it gets Heal Bell off the top of my head, but it does get Wish. It does get Yawn. It can go Calm Mind if it really wants to. Alright, so then I will be having these. Each slide has 2 Pokemon, because I'm so late in the draft, and basically there wasn't much contest from my half before it looped back. Just as a disclaimer going into the video, don't mind the background noise. I have family over, and there's kids. Since I am basically pretty close to the end of the snake, I do basically get 2 picks really close, back to back. So going on, like most of these picks were picked side by side. Going to my second Terra Captain, Scizor, Terra Stab, Terra Steel, Scizor. I wanted to try it out, and going into this, I already had the 2 picked out with Scizor and Hydreigon. Does get Technician Bullet Punch, has a bunch of utility and coverage with those Technician boosts. As a versatile, can go Choice, Swords Dance. It gets Tailwind and Pounce, Stab U-Turn. It also rounds out the Fairy Dragon Steel Core. And then I don't think there's really many reasons in particular that I went T-Tar here. I already had a Steel type. Figured I could Terra Steel most of the time to deal with threats on Hydreigon. So I'm like, oh hey, let's go Sand. Not not realizing that steel and ground don't get the special attack buff. Only rock gets the special attack or special defense buff off of sand. So that does kind of make some of my later picks kind of a little confusing, but they still work in the sand environment. Also gets rocks if need be. It's slow because as we'll see in the next slide, I am did want to try out a trick run mode, because I figured there was kind of just like a bunch of fast setup powerhouses in the format. But it's also decently physically bulky. It is technically my third quad weakness, which will be a theme. It does have a bunch of decent coverage moves. Obviously not the highest base attack on them, but definitely has coverage. But yeah, if worst comes to worst, it does get Curse and Dragon Dance. Curse, if I just like late game, you just need a style load of physical attacker or two. Dragon Dance, obviously decently good if I really want to run it. Also, Curse and Trick Room, good hand in hand. But yeah, Bronzong, Steel type, works in sand. Does have Levitate, taking the heat proof if I'm really feeling it. Does get Levitate, which does cover some of the rock weaknesses. And then, obviously, just a big old tank. Does have a bunch of utility, Trick Room, screens, has rocks if needed, Hypnosis if I'm feeling it. Has a bunch of other just status moves that I could use, but probably these are the big four. And then next I get Heracross. Little influenced by recent False Swipe gaming. How good was Heracross type thing? That I like watched the night prior, so I'm like, hey, maybe I want to try that out. Because I'm like, oh hey, it kind of has like a mid speed. It does have a mid speed, but it is faster than I thought. It's a really good revenge killer. Maybe not always using the most accurate moves, but definitely if I hit them, it's gonna be a good day. Alright, and then it does have good coverage overall. Good choice user. I could throw a Scarf on it, I could throw a Band on it if I'm not using Guts. Again, faster than expected, so it's not really the most reliable Trick Room on, but I could use Trick Room and then basically outspeed anything that kind of has just regular 31 zero investment mons. I'm pretty sure that because it is a 60 base speed, or not 60, 65 base speed. Right, pick 78, Brute Bonnet. It's slow, works in Trick Room, has great attack, has good HP, 99 in both defenses. Just throw a couple stats here or there and have pretty good solid bulky mon, especially in Trick Room. It does have access to Sucker Punch, so it can become a revenge killer if need be. Has a good couple coverage moves, nothing too good, too broad. Nothing too broad, and then it does have Clear Smog if I need it. It is Grass type, which is pretty good for this team, but it's also another Dark type, and like our 4th or 5th quad week. And yeah, it's just a new Pokemon. We didn't have anything from Paldea yet, so I wanted to pick one up. And then again, for first 2 rounds, basically everything was picked from the top tiers of Paldea, and then all the other Paldeamons were kind of like really niche and just kind of not too good. I consider Sandy Shocks because it kind of worked with sand, and also a good decent just electric type attacker. But that eventually got taken. I'm not sure what round I was considering it as, because I don't think I was like hard locked on it. But then I got taken, and then I was looking into other Paradox Pokemon. But Trick Room, Brute Bonnet, high attack, real good one other than the quad weakness. Then I took Vaporeon as my 8th pick. It is fire resist. That does help with some Vermons with Scizor and Brute Bonnet in itself. It does have water immune for any water types that are gonna like threaten our sand team. It's a good special wall, good cleric, always has been. It's another special attacker because we are kind of light on that on this team. But then it does have ice coverage, water coverage. It's definitely not what it used to be, and that'll come up later on. But I definitely felt like it fit the team for the time. All right, last two picks. Let's go over Lycan Rock first because it's short, simple, to the point. Has Sand Rush. I picked this form because of Sand Rush. Has stab priority with the Cellar Rock. It's fast physical glass cannon. Has Endeavor shenanigans. Again, I can go use a sash on it. Can get another rocks if I'm really feeling it. Gets Endure, Endeavor, Cellar Rock. Close combat if I need it. Yeah, just kind of just straightforward glass cannon. Alright, then going into the last pick. Well, technically the last pick, but Oricorio has flying type, which covers some of the weaknesses of the team. Can get Ghost, which is fighting immune, because we do have a pretty decent fighting weakness, which is covered in Ghost and flying. I can go. Wasn't many like fire types on the table, so I could go fire. I could go electric. I could go psychic if I really want to, but I mean, mostly just gonna be ghost and fire. It does get tailwind. I can run quiver dance on it. Yeah, overall, it's just kind of small little utility things that are gonna help me in the end. And then after our draft, there's 1 day, 24-hour period for free trading drafting that wouldn't take up any of our allotted trades that would take place during the season. Did trade Vaporeon for Donphan. Granted, the downsides of Vaporeon was lost toxic that I didn't realize until after with a lot of Pokemon. So it just didn't really feel that like stally tank killer I was looking for. Because I also figured I'd at least try Umbreon in place of it because they were both same cost. But yeah, lost toxic. Not many water types in the draft pool. Overall drafted. Like every other team does have one, but again, it's one, and I do have ways around it. I have enough, especially bulky, between Bronzong and Sylveon. So, and then I can't remember if I said it earlier or not, but yeah, water and ice coverage I really didn't need because the only thing that I don't have coverage for directly is good coverage for reliable coverage for ground. As far as what these types cover, because I can deal with fire and rock types. Ground is kind of iffy. Well, ice type covers flying and grass. Grass, again, a little bit of work around here or there, but definitely you can take out any flying type with rock type. And then as far as why I went Donphan specifically, it gets rocks, it gets rapid spin. It's decently slow if I want to have it more as offensive. It works well in the sand, and just a decent defensive tank if I really need it to be. Also gets Ice Shard, has pretty decent coverage if I am going offensive with it, but most of the time I am going to be using rocks, spin, Ice Shard just to chip away at Pokemon that I need to. With that said, here's your Ultra Beast Draft League, Scarlet Violet Season 1, Shining Renegades roster. Thank you guys for watching.